Hi, and congratulations on completing week 5, Understanding Hebrew Poetry. And the class did really well this week, so I'm going to kind of move quickly through. We had 3 goals. We wanted to analyze parallel structures within the Hebrew poetry. We wanted to apply the interpretive methods utilized in the evaluation of poetry, and we wanted to evaluate different psalm categories, identifying elements of each type. We had 2 assignments, 5.1 and 5.2. On whole, the class did really well on both of these assignments. For 5.1, you wanted to create a list of the types of parallelism, specifically looking at Psalm 22. And just a couple of examples from student papers. First, someone said that 22:21 was synonymous. Save me from the mouth of the lion. You have rescued me from the horns of the wild oxen. And as you can see, this person put quite a bit of discussion. That was one of my key areas that I graded. And here it says there is synonymous parallelism between the first line and the second line. Mouth and horns are parallel in being both animal parts. Save is parallel with rescued. Both indicate that God will be saved from whatever his trouble is. And the idea here is, on the discussion, I wanted to see specific as to what you felt was parallel and why. And I felt like this is a good example. Synthetic down to the last one, verse 28. For kingship belongs to the Lord, and he rules over the nations. And here it says there is synonymous or synthetic parallelism in the verse. In verse 28, the second line completes the thought of the first line. So I wanted to see evidence that you understood what each type of parallelism was and could explain why it applied to the verse. Here's from another student paper looking at where they identified metaphor, simile, and hyperbole. All the ends of the earth in verse 27 is hyperbole is used in today's language of a saying as an exaggeration to describe something. And then verse 6, but I am a worm and not a man, is a metaphor. So here are some really good examples where they have had or added nice comments in the section. Moving on to assignment 5.2. You were to complete a worksheet looking at different types of psalms, and there were some errors in this worksheet I corrected midweek. I'm going to correct it even further, but folks did a really good job with what they had. So Psalm 23 is a psalm of trust, and again, what I was looking for in the discussion was in-depth, looking at verses 1 to 3 here, verses 4 to 5, and verse 6. So not just an overview of what a trust psalm is, but an overview and an in-depth discussion of how this psalm matches that type. So here the person has trust, praise, thanksgiving, and so forth. Then you were to evaluate a modern psalm in your discussion. Folks did a great job on that. What I was looking for was an in-depth discussion of a modern song and a good, solid academic and personal reflective discussion on why that song is in fact a psalm and points of comparison. I wanted to see a couple of or the identification of a couple passages that were parallel, and then some personal reflection on the assignment and the fact that psalms are really nothing more than a modern contemporary song being sung to the Lord. So overall, the week was really good. Grades were higher, and I appreciate that. Still looking for more discussion on the discussion posts from some folks, but all in all, I think it was a good week and we're moving the right direction as we move into the last third of the course. Good luck on week 6. I look forward to reading your papers and have an awesome day.